a lot of guys that can score different ways. You know, 3-point shooters go off the bounce, and you know I think they're playing really well together right now. It seems to me. So you know they've been obviously been impressive with what they've done. I think did really well, you know, in Maui, and then beating Marquette. I think Marquette's really a terrific team, so that was a big win.
What did they do what makes them so good defensively?
Well, I think they compete. They play hard. You know, they play together defensively. You know, they're attacking the ball. They're fighting you in the post, fighting you on the glass.
Do you think you get Seydoux back for this?
I think so.
How important is that for you guys to get him back out there?
You know, he's a really good player. So you need all your good players when you're playing good teams.
How are they different with Jefferson and Jackson as opposed to their frontline guys last year?
You know, I thought I've been impressed with both of these guys. You know, and they seem to fit really well with this group. Yeah, they were pretty good last year too.
Yeah. Are they different at all, or is it basically just a different version of the same stuff?
I think with them, you know, they fit into the system. You know, it's system driven. You know, they put pieces in there that work.
Fran, I wanted to ask about you got some decent minutes, some solid minutes from Chris Tajo, Riley. I know you've had some minutes, good some minutes from Riley Mulvey down the bench too. But with Seydoux and Cooper being out, I guess to see that type of minutes from
Well, we certainly needed it.
Yeah.
You know, and I have confidence in those guys, and you know, when they give Chris a shot, I thought he was really good. Riley was good. Evan was solid. You know, you never know. Guys get hurt. Guys get in foul trouble. You gotta have people that you can put in that you trust. You know, obviously Riley's a veteran guy. I was a veteran guy. Chris is all new to him, but he's talented. He's gonna be really good.
I think the last 6 games in this series, the winner has won by at least 14 points. That seems very odd. Is there any explanation?
No, I don't think there is. You know, I didn't even know that, to be honest with you.
Do you think home court advantage
Home court advantage is a factor all the time, but you know, a lot of times, you know, when you're dealing with good teams and rivalry situations, it doesn't matter as much.
Talking a little bit more about Chris, I know at the beginning of the season you said it was just like mental stuff to get him through.
Yeah, it's just you know, everything's new. You know, when you're a freshman, you know, for him just picking stuff up. Once he gets that figured out, he'll be special. I think.
Do you think
his energy level is phenomenal?
Do you think he's made some steps in that
Yeah.
direction? Yeah.
Which you would expect. You know, he's been here since June. It's taken him a while. You know, again, we go back to, you know, how much does he really understand what everybody's saying to him all the time? You know, that happened with Longy last year. You know, so those guys understand more in year 2.
How do you think Lodgie's coming along?
Lodgy's been good. He knows what we want from him. He knows what his role is. Pretty consistent guy.
Do you anticipate Cooper being available? Or?
Potentially, yeah. Hope so.
What do you hope to see from your front court on Thursday?
Well, I want him to, you know, follow the game plan and compete, get up and down the floor, make plays. You know, you're gonna be challenged with our defense, so you got to be able to make plays.
Coach, Iowa State has a pretty talented backcourt as well in terms of having the depth and the talent to match. What is kind of some of the things that you're coaching you guys up to?
Well, they're going to challenge our team. I mean, not only are those guys really good players off the bounce, getting downhill, they compete defensively, they can shoot the ball, you know, and so they're coming at you, and you got to keep in front of you, but then also they're scorers. They're not just, you know, drivers. You know, they can drive and score. They can drive and shoot. They can drive and kick. So put pressure on our guards. We have to be ready for that challenge.
Do you feel like the free throws is more mental than physical right now?
Yeah, I think we have a team that will eventually be a really good free throw shooting team. It's obviously been a problem so far, but I think we'll be fine moving forward.
Is that something where you just get them on the line?
Well, yeah, you just spend more time doing it and get back into a rhythm. It's, you know, it's very rhythm oriented. And that's what the guys are working on.
How big a focus has rebounding been the last few days?
Well, a big focus, especially when you play them. They're a really good rebounding team. They're big and physical, quick. You know, you look at the rebounding. Rebounding Saturday was, we got out rebounded, but we also had 15 offensive rebounds. So that, you know, that's one good thing, and then one bad thing, getting out rebounded. You go on the road, get out rebounded, it's hard to win.
Was the last play to Price, was that similar to the one that you ran against Indiana last year?
No, it was a different play. Yeah.
Having guys like Brock and Price out there in the last 2 minutes of the game, what gives you the confidence to play those players?
Well, you know, Brock's a starter, so, you know, I'm going to have him out there typically. Price, I thought, played as well as anybody we had Saturday. Yeah, I thought he was terrific. I think he's been terrific, but he was really good Saturday.
We talked the other night about your team's ability to find a way to win against like Northwestern. I mean, you're so close against Michigan too. It just seems like this team has another gear that maybe.
I was just really proud of that. You know, you're right. I mean, you get down 20-4 on the road. It's going to be hard. You know, we were a little uncharacteristic in that stretch offensively, but you know, hung in there. You know, with our defense, with our rebounding, we got, as you pointed out, you know, great play from different guys coming off the bench. They didn't come in and struggle. They come in and produced. And then, you know, you find a way to stay in the fight. We turned them over a few times. And you were right there. You had a chance. You know, couple tough calls, or one tough call, one tough non-call. But that's what happens through the course of the season.
You had 4 turnovers on the road against a good team. Is that reflective of this team?
Well, you know, I certainly think so. I mean, we've got good ball handlers across the board. You know, a lot of times we play 3 or 4 guards, so you should be able to handle the ball. But even our big guys, they're not mistake guys. So, you know, if you're going to get out rebounded, you know, keeping your turnovers low is going to be important to help you try to have a chance to win. You know, and especially Thursday. You know, the way, you know, they typically turn people over. You got to take care of the ball.
Does that added gear, does that come from like leadership? Does it come from depth?
It's a combination of things. You know, you got guys from the beginning that just have confidence handling the ball. It's an unselfish group, so they move it. They execute stuff when we run it. You know, sometimes we're just flowing into motion, but sometimes we run set stuff. I mean, they know what they're doing, and they execute it. We're proud of them for that. You know, we typically don't rush. We play fast, but we don't rush and, you know, drive into packs of people and jump up in the air, and the stuff that leads to baskets at the other end. You know, live ball turnovers are the ones that really kill you.
Today, the news broke that a recruit committed to BYU, and I've seen $5 million, I've seen $7 million. Where's college basketball going with all this?
I think you just said it, didn't you?
Well, but I mean,
You're a smart guy, Mike.
thank you. But beyond that, I mean, what are the implications?
Well, it's going to be a pro model. You know, the athletes are going to collectively bargain, and they're all going to get paid. If we go to rev share, that means they're getting a salary. I think, to answer your question, that's where it's headed. It's a pro model. And you know, the NCAA will not have the role that they've had in the past. It'll be a different organization, one that will be figured out moving forward.
All right, last question, Tyler.
The offensive rebounds, was there anything differently you guys did to be able to get that margin?
You know, I thought our guys were really, you know, attacking the glass, really being competitive. We certainly needed it. We were behind, you know, most of the time, so you gotta fight back. You know, you gotta get second shot opportunities. And to be honest with you, we hadn't been that great before that. So in order to get back in the game, we had to do that.
All right, thanks,